Momo, everybody, remember, it is your responsibility to expect this to be a great day. Today we're going to talk about power, human power. Not just the ability to move things around, but the ability to bring into your environment, into your reality, things you want there. You know, I notice that many people spend much of their time, resources, and effort in the massive process of collecting things, collecting money, collecting people, collecting validation, just collecting all of these things that they perceive to be sources of power. And what I'm going to talk about today is perhaps a slightly different way of looking at human power. As opposed to looking at power as an object or a thing, perhaps we should look at power more like electricity. More like electricity, because when you think about electricity, you can't really measure it, analyze it, affect it, or use it until it's being transferred into something else. Conduction. And maybe that's a great analogy for human power. You know, we as human beings, and we do all these things, and we're born with incredible power within us, and we do all this power collection. But, you know, at the end of that day, perhaps what we are is a battery. And perhaps it's not until we give ourselves, until we give our efforts, until we give our value, transfer that to someone else, that our power is actualized. You know, that's a pretty interesting analogy, a pretty interesting metaphor for human power, you think. But let me tell you what I think is so beautiful about that analogy. Even if we are batteries, the act of you pointing out to somebody else that they are a battery, that you see potential in them, that you recognize the future things that they can affect, requires you to transfer that acknowledgement to them. And that transfer of energy to them, that turns you into power at that moment. And also that power being transferred to them might be the spark that ignites them to change their self-awareness. And then they turn around and effect something, because at the time you give them that power, maybe they become an engine of some type of change, which in turn goes to different people, and they turn from batteries to power. And this ripple effect magnifies the intensity of your electricity or your power over time. You know, what a great analogy. I like this analogy because it kind of supports the ancient belief of karma, or the ancient belief of do unto others as you would have them, or the ancient belief that what you do in this universe comes back to you tenfold, you know? Electricity always seeks its ground. Lightning bolts smash the earth. Live wires seek conduction, and then they ground themselves out. Maybe all the energy that you create and that you share and transfer out into the world is massively out there in the universe being amplified, and it's coming back seeking its ground, and it's going to eventually be grounded in you. How powerful is that as a metaphor for human willpower? Well, here you are today, folks. You're a battery. Are you going to reach out today? Maybe share this video with somebody. Maybe give somebody a telephone call, or send them a note or an email and say that you acknowledge greatness in them. Are you going to be a battery or a lightning bolt? Something to think about as you expect to have a great day.